Here are the headlines from the Philippine News Agency. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. seeks to draw in more investments that would help improve connectivity in the Philippines. At the lighting ceremony of the Philippine Domestic Submarine Cable Network or PDSCN in Makati City on Thursday, Marcos noted the importance of the private sector in achieving his vision of a digitally connected Philippines. He said the government looks forward to making more private-public partnerships that will provide Filipinos with reliable and affordable internet services. He also committed to promoting ease of doing business as he aims to improve the country's standing in terms of broadband and internet speed coverage. The PDSCN is a 2,500-kilometer undersea fiber optic backbone network infrastructure that connects Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao with touchpoints in 21 provinces. It is a joint project of Globe Telecom, Eastern Telecom, and Infinivan in coordination with the Department of Information and Communications Technology. The Philippines continues to maintain its policy to assert its sovereign rights over the West Philippine Sea through diplomatic and peaceful means. Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo on Thursday said there is no new directive to soften the country's assertions of its maritime rights over West Philippine Sea. He said the government would sustain a policy of transparency as the country's actions have been consistently hinged on international law. Manalo reiterated that the South China Sea disputes are not centered on the rivalry between the United States and China. He said the Philippines maintains its role as vanguard of the rule of law, particularly the 1982 UNCLOS as the fundamental and only arbiter of claims and disputes in the South China Sea. Manalo said efforts to share and use rules going against international law should be rejected and opposed. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is set to visit Australia, Germany, and the Czech Republic to improve the Philippines' ties with the three states. Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo said Marcos will visit the three countries between February and March to build on the growing scope of cooperation in the areas of energy transition, climate finance, trade, security, and rule of law. Marcos is expected to deliver a speech before the Australian Federal Parliament on February 29, ahead of the ASEAN Summit in Melbourne in March. On the other hand, the trip to Germany follows the official visit of German Federal Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock to Manila last January. Among the areas of cooperation that will be explored include the economy, security issues, regional developments, climate change, and the West Philippine Sea and South China Sea. Meanwhile, Marcos's visit to the Czech Republic follows the successful Manila visit of Czech Prime Minister Peter Fiala in April 2023. Marcos and Fiala agreed to enhance cooperation in defense, trade and investment, university-to-university linkages, and labor, among others. Manalo reiterated Marcos's foreign policy based on diplomacy and multilateralism and being a friend to all and enemy to none. The Philippine government is currently in a race to evacuate 14 out of 15 Filipinos still stranded in Gaza amid reports of an imminent military operation by Israel in Rafah. Philippine Ambassador to Jordan Wilfredo Santos said the Philippine embassies in Jordan, Egypt, and Israel are actively coordinating efforts to facilitate the safe evacuation of the remaining Filipinos there at the soonest possible time. However, due to the current situation, no exact date has been scheduled yet for their evacuation. He also emphasized the necessity for the Filipinos to cross the border into Egypt safely. Santos also said previous evacuation attempts to exit Gaza faced challenges due to blocked roads and safety concerns. As a result, they were either abandoned or included in later evacuations. Meanwhile, concerns are mounting for a Filipino nun who opted to stay in Gaza amidst the ongoing conflict. Santos revealed that efforts to establish contact with her have been fruitless since December 2023, and the church where the nun resided was reportedly hit by sniper fire, leading to a breakdown in communication channels with the embassy. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has ordered the Israeli forces to prepare for the evacuation of civilians in Rafah ahead of an expected military operation in southern Gaza City. In response, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand have warned Israel not to push through with its plan, saying it would be catastrophic as Rafah serves as a refuge to about 1.5 million Palestinians and other foreign nationals. The government seeks to regulate the use of electronic vehicles in the country, including e-bikes and e-trikes, as it has become a cause of concern. Concerned government agencies and local government units have expressed concerns over the proliferation and use of e-vehicles in the country. In a meeting on Thursday, Metropolitan Manila Development Authority Acting Chair Don Artes said that unlike regular motor vehicles, e-vehicles are not required to be registered nor need a license to operate them. He added that the use of e-vehicles has become a grave risk not only to the drivers operating them but to other motorists and pedestrians as well. Moreover, Artes said that they have observed that many e-vehicle drivers are minors who do not wear helmets and other protective gear and even pass by highways and other high-traffic areas. He said that this lack of registration and licensing makes it challenging for authorities to enforce regulations and charge owners for violations. Land Transportation, Franchising and Regulatory Board Chair Chofilo Guadis meanwhile said e-trikes are also a concern for the Public Utility Vehicle Modernization Program as they compete with legitimate PUVs for passengers. Artes said the MMDA plans to consolidate and harmonize all existing rules, regulations, and ongoing programs of both LGUs and national government agencies to create a comprehensive framework concerning the use of e-vehicles. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, please visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The Pna Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account via the News and Information Bureau website nib.gov.ph under PNA News or on the Facebook page of the Presidential Communications Office or PCO. I am Wilnard Bacelonia and this is the Pna Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.